Hello and welcome. I hope you're having a good day. I hope you had a great weekend. And we had a good weekend at Community celebrating fathers. As a matter of fact, I was able to baptize a father that I had led to the Lord out on soul winning. His name is Christian, and he became a Christian and came and got baptized. And so that was just a good day overall in celebrating fathers. Several years ago, I went to D.C. for the first time, there with a man by the name of Dr. Chuck Harding. Chuck Harding encourages pastors from all over the nation to come to D.C. and to connect with their legislator and have prayer. Let the legislator know that not everybody in their state has gone crazy, but there are still some of God's people that are there, that are working, that are trying to build churches, that are out soul winning, that are running buses, that are trying to reach people with the gospel of Jesus Christ. I believe that ministry is very important. I've spoken to Dr. Harding on many different occasions about what it is that I am going to be kicking off, and I'm calling it Patriots of America. And the purpose is solely to engage the Christian locally. So many times we get looking and we get our eyes on D.C. that we neglect to keep in mind that there's a lot of laws that are being made right here in our states. There's a lot of things that doesn't happen in D.C., but they happen in our county courthouses, they happen in City Hall, they happen in our Capitol buildings. And unfortunately, there's so many Christians that are not engaged, and we don't even know what's happening. We don't even know what's going on. So that's why we are starting Patriots of America. We want to come to your church. We want to come to your church, and we want to spend some time teaching people and training people how to get engaged locally. I do not believe that we are to take anything away from the local church. I'm a local church pastor. I've been pastoring now for 4 years. I worked with my dad for 17 years. They're at Faith Baptist Church. I believe that the heartbeat of our nation is building strong churches. But I believe that we can build strong churches and at the same time be involved in the political arena. I don't believe that we have to compromise our standards. I don't believe we have to compromise our music. We don't have to compromise our Bible. I believe that we can hold all of those standards up at the same time as we are engaged at the local level. I believe it's important. That's why we are kicking off Patriots of America. Now, here's how this would work. Here's how Patriots of America would work. What I would love to do is to come to your church on a Monday night, Tuesday night, Monday or Tuesday night, Thursday night or Friday night. Of course, I don't want to leave my church on Wednesday night. I'm not going to leave my church on Sunday. But I would come in on a Monday or Tuesday, or Monday and Tuesday, or Thursday and Friday, whichever you prefer. And we would do a 1-hour class on Monday night, 5 to 6 o'clock. Tuesday night, 5 to 6 o'clock. We would do a 1-hour class on teaching and educating people on how to be involved in local government. We would teach all sorts of things that I think is good, that I think is strong for the people of God to be engaged and to know what's happening. Then, at 7 o'clock, we'll have a God and Country service. Now, at 7 o'clock, what I would encourage is to have music that is geared around America. I would also encourage you to invite your elected officials. Get as many to come as you can. Supervisors, mayors, sheriffs, councilmen, state representatives, state senators, your congressmen, your United States senators, governor, whoever you can get to come, get them to come to your service and honor them and recognize them. And then, of course, in the preaching and throughout the music, look, we're going to give the gospel. And of course, we're going to preach a very strong God and country message, but it all comes back to, of course, building the relationships with our elected officials, but it also comes back to giving the gospel of Jesus Christ and encouraging God's people to let's build strong churches. And while we're building strong churches, let's be involved as well on the local level with government, whether it's in the courthouse, whether it's in the city rooms, whether it's in the Capitol building, wherever it's at, that we're involved in our local government. I believe it is important. I believe it's important. So many people, they don't understand that just how much that their vote counts. They think, well, we've lost our nation. It's over. There's nothing that we can do. We might as well not even vote. And there's a lot of God's people that have walked away from even voting. Here's what we're going to be talking about. And I've taken education, and I've taken each letter from education and made it into a word or even 2 words. The first is engagement. We want to teach people how to be engaged on their local level. It's very simple. It's not hard, and it doesn't even take a lot of time, but be engaged. The second thing is a discussion. How to, how to go and sit down and have a discussion, with your local elected officials. And not just your elected officials, but also the party officials, because there's two totally separate things that most people don't even understand or they're not even involved in. But you have your elected officials, and then you have your party officials. Those are two totally different things. You have your clubs, you have your executive committee, you have your central committee. You have so many different committees and so many different levels of government, and then also level of the party. And a lot of people don't know or they're not involved. So we're going to be having a discussion about that. We're going to have an understanding. We're also going to teach an understanding of what you can do. There's such a misinformation out there about what Christians or what churches can or cannot do. And so we're going to discuss that. We're going to talk about the civic responsibility of a Christian. Is it a Christian's responsibility to be engaged and know what's happening in their government? Absolutely. The Bible talks about praying for those that are in elected officials. The Bible talks about, that whenever the righteous are ruled, the people rejoice. Well, how are the righteous going to rule if they're not running for office? How are the righteous going to rule if the righteous aren't engaged and or they're not involved? There's a lot of not rejoicing going on right now because of who's in office in D.C. and also who's in the governor mansions across our nation. That's how we need more of God's people involved and understand their civic responsibility. Then awareness of the bills that are being voted on, aware of how bills are even made. I mean, talk about the different ways that a bill even makes it all the way to the governor's mansion, to his desk. It's very complicated. It is not an easy process. It takes a lot of time. There are different committees, and it has to get through their committee, and it has to go to the floor, and then it goes up for debate, and then there's just so much that goes into it. And so we're going to teach on make people aware of how these things happen. We're going to talk about transparency in government. We're going to talk about investment into your local elected officials. There's some things that we're going to start to help, especially if somebody's going to run for office. As a Christian, a good Christian man is going to run for office. We want to help them. We want to train and teach them how to run for office, things that they need to do, things that they need to set up, things that are very, very important that they understand. Then we're going to talk about opportunity, different opportunities and different ways that you as a citizen can be involved in your local government. And then we're going to talk about nation building, and that is building a network all across our nation, all across this land, building a network. So whenever we have good people running for office, we can jump in and we can help and we can support. So very simple. It's very simple. We would like to come in for 1 hour, simply 1 hour on a Monday night, Tuesday night. We could actually do Monday and Tuesday night, 2 hours. If we do 2 hours, it's a lot better than, of course, have the God and Country service at night. Really trying to encourage God's people to engage, not just in government, but also engage in their church, build strong churches, and at the same time, maintaining that voice in government. If you were interested in hosting a Patriots of America meeting at your church, here's my phone number, 228-229-3438. And then that's my email address, danjackie2014 @gmail.com. Please reach out. If you have any questions, please reach out. Don't hesitate to reach out. You can email, you can text me, call me. I would love to answer any questions that you have. What we want to do is we want to partner with you, and we want to help you get connected at your local government, but also encourage God's people in your church to continue to work to build a strong church. At Community Baptist Church in Slidell, God has been good to us. We're in the middle of a building program. We're trying to double the seating of our auditorium. We're trying to add more classrooms, add more bathrooms. We're already beginning to think about the next building that we're going to be building. I mean, we're building a church to bring honor and glory to God, and also to be connected in what's happening in our local government. There are several things that we have been able to get engaged in and fight against. God helped us. We helped write the bill and support the bill that overturned Roe at the Supreme Court. We were able to fight against some of this transgender garbage that's sweeping our nation. We were able to get a bill passed that kept girls safe in the bathroom. Boys couldn't go in their bathroom. And I mean, there's all kind of bills that we've been involved in and helped. And so if you're interested in hosting a Patriots of America meeting, please reach out. Please call me. Please text me. I would love to come to your church. I would love to partner with you and help you and show you and teach you. It's not hard, but I would love to help, love to be involved, and love to do all that we can to support you and support your church. And so if you're interested, once again, reach out, call me. Here's my number again. I'll show it to you. My number again, 228-229-3438, my email address. And please let us know how we can help you. And we would love to come and set up a meeting. I'm not setting up any meetings in June and July. We're going to start booking in August, and then for August, and we're going to try to get so many meetings for the rest of this year, and then really try to push for 2025, and as far as trying to set as many meetings as we can to get people to engage in their local government. So if you're interested in hosting a meeting, please reach out, please call. God bless you, and God bless the great United States of America.